Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're asking the question, what is coming next in your love life? Okay, so we have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, which is the fox with the Dalmatian Jasper. We have pile number 2, which is the castle with the green Aventurine. And we have pile number 3, which is the tree with the desert rose crystal. And if you guys are new to pick a card readings, basically I would just pick whichever crystal or whichever card you're most drawn to, and then go to my description box or the timestamp or the comment section below and find whichever card or crystal that you were most drawn to, and then just click the timestamp next to it. Okay, and I will see you at your reading. Bye guys. Pile 1, you guys chose the Dalmatian Jasper and the fox, so let's get started. So the question we're asking is, what's happening next in your love life? Okay, so we have the fox, we have the panda, okay, and then we have hoarder, okay, and then we have balance. Okay, those are interesting cards right here. We have the fox, we have panda, we have balance. Okay. And then we have a quote here that says boundaries. So learn to protect your energy and say no without guilt. Okay. So that's maybe something the spirit is trying to tell you that it wants you to do or wants you to get better at. And then here's some of our tarot cards. I'm going to zoom out. We have the Death card. We have 8 of Wands. We have 9 of Wands. We have 5 of Cups. We have the Moon. And we have a few more here. I'm going to make some space. Okay guys, I made it fit. I'm gonna put the quote on later, okay? So guys, interesting reading. Let's start with the fox here. So what I see coming next in your love life is a really important period, I feel like, of healing, awareness, protecting your own energy, the universe teaching you a few lessons until your 9 of Cups comes in. So I do see a 9 of Cups coming in, meaning your wish fulfillment is what's going to happen next in your love life. But it's going to happen after a little bit more, basically, I guess the best way I can say this is the universe is kind of getting you ready for this soulmate of yours, someone who's going to be with you, forever, your wish fulfillment, literally your wish. So with the fox right here, guys, I'm seeing that you are either currently or maybe in your recent past might have been dealing with someone who wasn't showing you their full truth, or like a weird situation where you had to be a little bit cautious or maybe even a little bit clever, like kind of had to watch your own back a little bit. And but I mean, this isn't necessarily bad, but the fox card is just kind of asking you to trust your instincts and do not ignore the red flags, so when you see the red flags, don't ignore it. Don't try to put rose-colored glasses on, really try to ask yourself, okay, is this what I want? And there's also a message here, guys, with the same card, the fox, that it's supposed to be safe in your relationships. It's supposed to be safe to be vulnerable. It's supposed to be safe to voice your opinion. It's supposed to be safe to be confident. For example, if someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer to it, you can very confidently say, I don't know. That's all you have to say. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to just say, I don't know. There's a message here about, like if you don't like something, say it. If you don't want to do something, say it. So there's that kind of message coming up here. I don't know why. I don't know if someone very specific needs to hear this, but with the hoarder card here, I'm seeing that you guys might still be holding on to maybe a past connection or some memories in the past, or even fear about letting go or loving again. And Spirit wants you to ask yourself, what am I holding on to that doesn't serve my future when it comes to my love life? You know, what is something that might even hurt my love life if I hold on to it? Because Spirit is saying right when you release that and bring things into harmony within yourself, that's when a really healthy relationship is going to come in next for you. I do see that coming in. We're going to get to the tarot card soon, but I do see change. I do see your wish fulfillment coming in soon. It's just, it looks like some things, you know, the Spirit wants you to kind of work on some things before that, because it doesn't want your next relationship to fail or, you know, go through some crap. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. With the Panda card, I'm seeing that, you know, it's just a gentle reminder, like, don't forget to take care of yourself, because there is a new chapter coming in for you guys in your love life. And so I'm seeing that your love life is going to flow a lot more smoothly, and but it's going to flow a lot more smoothly, you know, when you're grounded, when you're calm, and when you're taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself. There's, again, guys, this repeat message coming in, even with this card, that I feel like Spirit is trying to tie up any loose ends before your serious partner comes in, before your wish fulfillment comes in, that you're meant to spend like most of your life with. Because there's a message here about like resolving any conflict and kind of, you know, becoming peaceful or practicing peace by acting exactly according to what you believe in. You know, like whatever your values are, guys, Spirit is asking you to speak up and be vulnerable and voice them confidently, like voice your opinion confidently. I'm not sure if this is something you guys have struggled with in the past, or like maybe in your other relationships or just in life in general, but it looks like Spirit wants you to resolve this before your forever partner comes in. Like basically just saying it like it is. You know, if you don't like something, say I don't like it, or I don't want to do this, you know, instead of forcing yourself. It's like there's a message here to be more vulnerable, be confident in your opinions, don't be afraid of, you know, stating your opinion and what you want to do or what you don't want to do. That message just keeps kind of coming up. Another message we have here, guys, and then we'll get to, you know, your tarot cards about what's coming next in your love life, but is, you know, again, it's balance. And then we had this boundaries message, you know, where it says learn to protect your energy and say no without guilt. Again, that repeat message, say no without feeling bad. Say, I don't know the answer to that without feeling bad. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it, you know, say no, like, no, I don't feel like going there, you know, like, let's say if you guys are on a date and the person's like, hey, we should go to a brewery, be like, no, I'm not really into breweries. Trust me, they'll respect you so much more if you say that instead of forcing yourself. You know, you'll have more fun too, and it'll help the date go better. That's just an example. But anyways, there's like this repeat message here, you know, protect your energy and learn to say no without guilt. Basically voice your opinion without guilt. I'm not sure why that repeat message is coming up, but anyway, so with the balance card here, guys, I'm saying that, I mean, what I'm seeing is that what's next in love for you isn't just about like another person. It's about you finding that balance between giving and receiving, and not being afraid to set boundaries. Again, saying no without guilt, protecting your energy is actually going to create space for someone to come in who's going to respect you and love you properly. Instead of you trying to mold according to them, you know, they will try to respect whatever your opinions are, and then you guys will get along better too, and you'll find the right partner. So that's kind of like the message coming through. But the next stage in your love life, guys, like whatever's happening next is that I feel like you guys are going to become more empowered. You're releasing what weighs you down. You're learning to stand up for yourself, stand in what you believe in, stand up for your boundaries. And from that space, you're going to attract someone who feels very balanced, respectful of you, and I was gonna say nurtures your soul, and I said nurtures, but yeah, someone who nurtures your soul. But with these tarot cards, guys, now this is where I think it gets exciting. With these tarot cards, what I'm seeing happening for you next in your love life is there's this huge period of movement and transformation. I'm seeing that heavily from like the Eight of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is showing me that things are going to start moving very, very quickly. There's going to be messages, you know, if you guys are dating, there's going to be messages, opportunities, or even a connection moving forward faster than you expect. And it's wild because the, yeah, it's next to the Nine of Wands. And that kind of suggests that you're coming into this a little bit guarded. Like, I think we talked about this before, but I feel like you guys have gone through some crap in the past. So I feel like you guys do have your guard up a little bit. You do have your defenses up a little bit. I think you're a little bit fearful, almost like you've been through a lot in love and you're cautious about letting your walls down. But again, like, something's going to be coming in very fast, and this does feel like your wish fulfillment. It's going to happen, after, some of the loose ends that I think the universe wants you to tie, so that way you can have the healthiest, marriage and relationship possible. The Five of Cups is here, and the Moon. Yeah, so the Five of Cups is right next to the Moon. That's interesting. So I feel like what that shows is the Five of Cups and the Moon. Yeah, I feel like these two together is telling me that there's still some healing happening, around past disappointments. Like, do you see how this person is kind of like looking, okay, well, this card is interesting. It doesn't look like the traditional Five of Cups, because this person's looking right at the camera. But do you see how there's like some spilled cups, right? Water is spilling out of these cups right here. But there's still two cups that are standing right behind him, but he's kind of facing the cups that are spilled over. So I feel like you're kind of looking at some past disappointment, but Spirit is saying that things are going to be okay. You're going to heal from this. I think you are healing from this, and then that's when your wish fulfillment's going to come in right after. And I'm getting the sense, the Eight of Wands, that it's going to come in fast, like we talked about. So, but yeah, guys, I feel like there's still some healing happening, around past disappointments, illusions, maybe even some trust issues, that you're having. But Spirit is acknowledging that a part of you might still be looking back at what didn't work out. But at the same time, I feel like you guys are kind of optimistic, okay? I do sense that from you. And I feel like Spirit is saying that you are being encouraged to see the possibilities that are still ahead of you. Remember, there's still two cups standing. Like, there's good things that are going to be happening ahead of you. So don't look at the past too much is like the main message that I'm getting here. And to do the healing. And then that's when this person's gonna come in. I keep pointing to the Nine of Cups because I'm shook at that card. But yeah, guys, so that's, speaking of the Nine of Cups, so, there is good news. Like, I see a turning point here. You have the World right next to the Nine of Cups, which shows that a cycle is completing, and emotional fulfillment. Again, this is the wish fulfillment card, the emotional fulfillment card. So a cycle is completing, and an emotional fulfillment is waiting for you. The World kind of means that you're closing out of an old chapter in your love life or in love, okay? So you're not going to be repeating the same lessons, which is why the universe doesn't want you to repeat the same lessons, and that's why, it's trying to get you to tie up some loose ends, which I think you're doing, and you're going to continue doing, especially after watching this video and receiving the message that Spirit had for you. But you're closing out an old chapter in love. I feel like you're not going to be repeating the same lessons anymore. And that's when the Nine of Cups is going to come in, which is such a beautiful sign that you guys are moving into a time where, your emotional needs, wishes, and desires and love are going to be met. You're going to be so happy. You're going to meet the one. And that's when a huge change is going to be coming into your life with the Death card right here. So the Death card is all about transformation, rebirth, clearing away what no longer serves you. It kind of ties back to what we saw earlier with like the boundaries and the balance card, the boundaries card here. Learn to protect your energy, say no without guilt, voice your opinion, be confident, don't be afraid. And this whole Death card with change, clearing away what no longer serves you, it kind of goes back to the boundaries card and that balance card. So basically, Spirit is saying that the next chapter of your love life is not about clinging to the old, the spilled cups over here, letting those go. It's more about stepping into like a new, healthier version of yourself and a healthier version of love, and where you feel like you're fully seen and respected. So this is actually pretty good, guys. You have really good cards. I see your wish fulfillment coming. So basically, You know, I see you going through a little bit of a release and healing, but right after you release certain things and heal, like right on the other side of that is super fast movement towards a brand new chapter. And this is a chapter where you meet your life partner, you meet your wish fulfillment, and this is going to happen after you release old patterns and you release these kind of spilled over cups and stop looking at the spilled over cups as much. And this next chapter feels a lot more aligned with your happiness and your worth. So basically what's happening next in your love life is like this huge transformation. You know, something old is ending, you're starting a new chapter, there's major change coming in. You know, while you try to heal, it's gonna feel a little bit heavy, you know, while you get rid of like things that have happened in the past, but it's making room for basically something coming in very, very quickly, like a new opportunity, a new person that's gonna come in very quickly, and they're gonna move fast. So, you know, you might still be cautious. I feel like you guys still have your guard up a little bit. You're still kind of healing from the past disappointment, but you're moving towards a new cycle, and this new cycle, I feel like you're going to be a lot happier. It feels more aligned. You're going to be more confident. I feel like you guys are going to get better at voicing your opinions and what you like and what you don't like. And ultimately I feel like this is going to lead you to happiness, emotional fulfillment, and a love life that is your wish fulfillment and your dream come true, and you're going to meet your person. And that's going to come in very, very fast after you release certain, you know, past disappointment and kind of balance certain things and stop hoarding onto past pain and etc. Okay, that is what I'm seeing for you. Okay, so guys, if any of this resonates at all, please leave me a comment in the comment section. I read all of my comments. So pile number 1, I want to see a comment from you if this resonated at all or not. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye, y'all. Okay, pile 2, you guys chose the green Aventurine, and we're asking the question, what is coming next in your love life? We have the Castle, we have happiness, I love it. We have hit the road, okay. We have, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Oops, wrong way. We have, hold on, Panda. Sorry, Firefly. Why did I say Panda? I think it's because of the last reading. But okay, we have the Firefly. If you guys are attracted to another pile, I would pick the other pile. But, and then we have a quote card, which I will put on later. But it says, living authentically, show up as your true self, even if it feels risky, okay? I'll put that to the side for now. We're gonna start on our tarot cards here. So we have 7 of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune, okay. We have Queen of Daggers, that's a Queen of Swords right there. We have the Empress, oh my god, I cannot with you guys getting the Empress. That's amazing. We have 4 of Swords reversed. We have the Emperor, and we have the Hanged Man. I'm gonna make some more room, okay? Okay, and I'm putting the 2 of Wands right over here, okay? Guys, I'm kind of shook at your reading. So what I'm seeing, I want to start with the hit the road part first because that's standing out to me right away. What I'm seeing is that hit the road kind of suggests that you guys are going to be leaving behind anything that doesn't serve you anymore. So that's one of the things that's coming in next in your love life, is that you're kind of letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. You're leaving behind any pain that you've been through in the past. And I'm seeing by doing this that you guys are going to be opening yourself up to new experiences. I'm getting a message here that's possible that some of you guys might be meeting someone while you're on your next travel or your next vacation. You know, it's like you guys are traveling somewhere, and then some of you guys might be meeting someone on your travel. That is one thing that's coming up for what might be happening next in your love life. I'm also seeing, guys, with the Firefly that there is a new spark coming. I feel like you guys are going to gain moments of clarity, moments of attraction to someone, or even like an unexpected connection that kind of comes into your life, and it's going to light you up. It's going to make you feel giddy. It's going to make you feel happy. And, you know, for some of you guys, again, I'm seeing that this might happen while you guys are like going somewhere. Either going somewhere, you guys might be on vacation, you guys might be traveling or visiting someone, or, you know, like family or something, and then you might kind of meet someone that kind of really sparks something in you, because I'm getting, you know, attraction, an unexpected connection that comes in. I see you guys feeling very happy, very giddy. So I feel like what's happening next in your love life is that there is going to be some hope that's going to be restored for you guys. And I feel like you guys will be finding someone that you've been dreaming of. I am also getting that Spirit is saying that, you know, trust that you guys are slowly drawing the right person into your life. You're slowly drawing your soulmate into your life. And I'm kind of seeing that heavily with the Firefly card here. And another card that kind of has me shook right now is the happiness card, because like, what better card do you guys need for the question, like, what is coming next in your love life, you know? So, you know, whatever's coming next in your love life is going to make you feel very, very happy. I definitely sense that this is a good thing. You know, so this is a beautiful confirmation that there's joy on the way, and that you will be very happy with whatever's coming next in your love life, which I am getting is like a new person, like some new person that you're very attracted to, and that's going to spark something in you. Sorry guys, I moved my chair and like literally messed up the entire setup. But guys, so with the Castle card, that card also has me shook, because this card points to stability, security, building something lasting, building something strong and big and lasting, like a castle, you know, building something sturdy and stable. So that's what's coming next in your love life, is stability, security, you know, building something that's going to last, building something that's very durable, that can weather all the storms, you know, that come in and out of your life. And so I feel like what's happening next in your love life is someone is coming in that you guys could be living with, meaning you guys could decide to live together, because a castle like kind of, you know, reminds me of a house, like you guys living together. So I feel like for a lot of you, whatever's coming in next in your love life will likely be a serious relationship that's going to make you very happy, that's going to spark joy within you, and it's going to be a serious relationship and will likely lead to you guys living together or having a house together. I'm even seeing pets, because there's a cute little cat right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at that cute little kitty. And so maybe some of you guys will also be getting a pet together, you know, or maybe having a pet move in. Maybe they already have a pet, so you guys will have like a pet together. I'm also seeing about this card, it talks about celebrating and having fun. So I feel like, you know, at this point, like you guys are going to be very happy with what's coming next in your love life. And I feel like there's going to be joy, there's going to be celebration. I feel like whatever's coming next in your love life is something you've been wanting for a long time. I'm hearing the word blessings, you know. So you're going to be very blessed with what's coming in next in your love life is what I'm getting. And plus this vibe is very like happy, magical, joyful. There's even a unicorn on that card. I don't know if you guys saw the unicorn right there next to the cat, but I'm getting major magic vibes, you know. I'm feeling magical, feeling like life is joyful, magical. Yeah, guys. And I'm hearing like, you know, the world is your oyster. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I think you guys are manifesting like a house, a family, and a person. And I want to talk about this card now that I had on the side. So this is a quote that showed up for you guys: living authentically, showing up as your true self, even if it feels risky. So, you know, this is huge, because it means in your relationships, you will grow deeper when you guys show up fully as yourself. Basically, be yourself, you know, don't be fake to impress anyone, or don't change yourself to impress anyone. Even if, you know, you being authentically your own, for example, if let's say someone you meet that you really like is like, hey, let's go to a, you know, I don't know, like let's say a restaurant, and it's like a restaurant or some cuisine that you're not like a huge fan of, you know, don't be afraid to be like, I'm not a huge fan of that. Can we go somewhere else? You know, like sometimes I know that's like easier. I mean, I know that for some people it's like, duh, like I'm gonna say that, you know, but for some people I guess if you really like someone, it can be hard, but Spirit is saying you're actually going to be rewarded if you do show up as your true self and you do voice your opinion, you know, like just say it like it is, even if that feels really vulnerable for you guys, or for some of you, if it might feel uncomfortable, you know, voicing your opinion, do, you know, but I feel like you guys are going to be rewarded. Like, do what you want, do what makes you happy, say, you know, say it if you like it, say it if you don't like it, and this is going to benefit your love life. They will respect you if you do this. What I'm also getting, guys, is now we can go to the tarot cards, which I've been waiting to do. With the Seven of Swords here, I'm getting that I feel like part of your journey has been about honesty. Like I think we just talked about that too with the Living Authentically card, because this card is kind of talking about being truthful with yourself about what you want and not settling for anything less. You know, there may have been situations in the past where maybe some of you guys weren't fully upfront, or, you know, or maybe you were slowly kind of learning to be more upfront and cut through the illusion and be very direct and clear on what you want and what is okay and not okay. So I do feel like you guys are going to be getting a lot better at that. And the Wheel of Fortune here, guys, tells me that big changes are coming. So these are changes that are outside of your control, meaning fate, you know, the divine timing and fate is what's at play here. And you guys are stepping into a new destined phase, like a new phase that's coming right in just, you know, at divine timing. And I feel like it's gonna kind of transform you as well, like a snake kind of shedding its skin. I feel like this is going to kind of renew things internally and externally for you. This being next to the Queen of Swords, I feel like, again, you know, you guys are stepping into better discernment, meaning that you're becoming wiser. You're kind of able to read people better. So let's say if you were going on a date, like you'll easily read someone, you know, to filth. Like basically, you know, yeah, I know this person's a player. Next, not wasting my time. Or like, actually, I think this person has genuine intentions, and you're going to be correct because you guys are becoming a lot wiser. You know, your thought process is a lot more clear. You've been there, done that. You're less willing to play games, and you will cut someone off. Look at her just holding that holding that sword. She's like, I will cut you off if you even try to play with me, you know. So you've gotten a lot better at finding out like who's genuine, who has good interests in their heart for you, and who doesn't. And I'm kind of shook seeing the Empress here, guys, like legitimately shook, because we have the Emperor here as well. Guys, I'm telling you, I feel like maybe the next thing coming into your love life is you guys are gonna meet the person that I think you're gonna spend a lot of your life with. Like, this is a very serious relationship, you know, the type that will probably lead to marriage, buying a house together, having pets, you know. This feels very serious, you being happy, you finding the one. But yeah, so with the Empress and the Emperor, very powerful, guys. Again, very powerful. This shows a divine counterpart that is coming into your life next. So what's happening in your love life next is you meeting your divine counterpart. You know, you guys are the Empress and the Emperor right next to each other. I'm freaking shook. So yeah, this shows your divine counterpart. This shows divine counterpart energy. This shows a balance of nurturing, structure, passion, love, stability. I'm even heard power couple. Okay, so I don't know if this person's successful, you're successful, you guys are both successful, but I'm hearing power couple. You guys being a partner together, like a beautiful partnership. I feel like this could also represent a connection where two people, you know, obviously, you know, the Empress and the Emperor like complement each other very well. and yeah, complement each other beautifully. I feel like this could also be pointing to you balancing out your own feminine energy, you know. And obviously if you're the emperor, if you're the masculine watching this, then you kind of balancing out your masculine energy first. So you guys are on track to attracting a partner who meets you as equal. I'm shook, guys. I'm legit shook. And the Four of Swords in reverse suggest that it's time to reawaken, re-engage with love. I feel like you guys are kind of coming out of a period of rest, or maybe a period of withdrawal. Maybe you guys had kind of stepped out of action for a little bit, but you guys are going to be stepping back into action. So you're not going to be just chilling or resting anymore. I feel like you're going to be putting yourself out there. You guys are going to be doing things, and that's how you're going to meet your future, you know, I want to say future spouse. Like, this feels like serious. This feels like, you know, wifey, hubby. I'm shook, guys. I'm shook. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man shows me a pause, but I feel like right now maybe you guys are kind of going through a pause. I'm getting that maybe like with the Four of Swords reverse, that you guys are chilling right now. And you know, but after this pause, I think, is when a lot of action starts happening. So I'm also getting that you may need to look at love in like a different way before moving forward. And with the Two of Wands, you know, like the Two of Wands right up there, I'm seeing you make plans, looking ahead, stepping into more of like an intentional love life, meaning that if you guys aren't really dating around or going on dates or putting yourself out there, I feel like you are going to now. I feel like your period of pause is ending. You know, you guys are putting yourself back out there. I feel like you guys are going to be planning. I don't think you guys are going to be maybe, you know, like, this feels more divine timing. Like, I don't think you're like gonna be very in your face, like, hey, you know, like really trying to secure like a partner. I think you're gonna go about it more chillaxed. Like, I think it's just gonna happen naturally, like divine timing. But I do see you putting yourself out there more. You're being a little more intentional about finding your life partner, and then you're gonna get them. You're literally gonna get them. So you guys are, you know, actively deciding like what direction you want to take, and I think you're going to go down that path. But so basically, guys, what I'm seeing is that you guys are moving into like a new cycle in love, and I feel like you guys are going to be more honest and more authentic, and I feel like there's like an energy of happiness and stability that's waiting for you guys, and there is like a strong energy of like your soulmate, or, you know, like future hubby or future wifey coming for you. I think what's happening next in your life is a soulmate, a life partner that's going to be coming into your love life. I see happiness in your love life, you know, moving in together. Like, I'm seeing just amazingness. And yeah, guys, so again, there's a message here: just be your true self, and all of this is going to come in very soon. Guys, pile 2, if you chose this pile, please let me know if any of this resonates, and I'm going to be looking for your comments, okay, because I'm so curious who chose this pile and does it resonate. And this is very exciting if you guys chose this pile. I will see you next week. Bye, y'all. Pile 3, you guys chose the Desert Rose, and we are asking the question, what is coming next in your love life? So you guys have the Tree, so building roots with someone maybe. You guys have the Ram, okay. You guys have Dream, Heartbroken. I feel like this is what you've experienced in the past. Is sorry, I'm gonna zoom out, is the heartbreak. You guys have a quote here called Dance of Duality, balance your light and shadow sides. I'm gonna put this quote to the side and we'll bring it back. Okay, you guys have the Temperance card. You guys have the Queen of Pentacles. You guys have the Ace of Wands. You guys have the Seven of Cups. You have the Ace of Pentacles. sorry, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And then you guys have the Ten of Wands. And I'm going to squeeze this card in right over here. Okay, guys. Interesting, interesting. So let's start with the tree, okay? Guys, trees. What we know about trees are that they're strong, they're grounded, and they have roots, right? So I feel like this card is all about growth, healing, and stability. It shows me that what's coming next in your love life isn't just a casual romance or like a fleeting romance. I feel like whoever you guys are meeting next, and I do think you guys are going to meet someone, is what the cards are showing. But whoever that person is that you're meeting next, what I believe is going to happen is that you are going to build something with that person that's going to last forever. Okay, so the person you're meeting next, I feel like it's going to be a long-lasting relationship that's probably even going to lead to marriage. And because just like trees, guys, that have roots, I feel like you will be building something strong with this person, and something that can kind of grow over time. And so I feel like there's a focus on kind of also grounding yourself, staying true to your values is another thing I'm seeing. Allowing love to unfold in a way that feels very stable and steady and real. Again, I'm not getting vibes that this is going to be some type of fleeting romance or a casual fling or whatever. I feel like the person you're going to be meeting next is someone who's going to be there like forever, probably. This is your soulmate. I feel like this is going to be future hubby or wifey. Yeah, guys, because this feels like something stable and solid, just like this tree that's like, that has its roots, that's anchoring them, you know, basically representing stability and grounded, something being grounded and long lasting. So definitely that. There's also a random message here, guys, that if you lost someone in your life, like a person or a pet that was important to you in your life, here's a sign that that person or pet, they are present and they're listening to your prayers and protecting you. I don't know why that random message came out, but I just felt the need to tell you guys. So if you've lost someone very close to you, or like, you know, a person or a pet, they are around you, they're listening to your prayers, they're protecting you, and they are there for you. So that's just a random message. But yeah, guys, I feel like what's coming next in your love life is a serious relationship and something that feels grounded, and that's going to last a very, very long time. I feel like this is the one that leads to something like marriage, or, you know, like your forever person. The other card that I'm kind of being drawn to right now is the Dream, because there's a message here from Spirit, guys, to try the best you can to let go of any heartbreak that you've experienced in the past, or any memories, because I feel like when you can fully let go is when your soulmate or future spouse is going to come in. This card is also telling me that your love life is connected to your hopes, visions, you know, your dreams, and I feel like maybe some of you guys have kind of this image of this very idealized fantasy of a love life that you want, and Spirit is kind of saying maybe reassess that. Like, how realistic is this kind of fantasy or dream in your head? You know, like, is it realistic? And you know, if it's not, maybe change that perspective a little bit. I don't know why that message is coming through, but that's a message that's coming through about that. So apply it, you know, to your life how you will. And the other thing that I'm getting here is that, you know, you may find yourself like dreaming of different possibilities, or even meeting someone who feels like, you know, this is like the dream person. And again, it's like that, it's that reminder, like, are you sure, or is this like the fantasy or the ideal that you have in your head? So Spirit is basically just saying, you know, it's like a reminder to balance your fantasy with your reality. I'm also getting a message here that some of you guys are still holding on to some past pain, some past memories of someone, and Spirit is saying try the best you can to heal from that and kind of let it go, put it to the past, because that is when your future person, your long-lasting relationship is going to come in, like the serious relationship that I feel like is going to be future wifey, future hubby. So that is another message coming through. Wow, guys, you're reading. I have like all these different messages coming through. Like there's a message about you, someone that some of you guys might have lost, like, or a pet, and then there's like this other message that maybe some of you guys have a very, very idealized type of vision of who you're gonna meet or your love life, and Spirit is saying, hey, keep that in check. And then there's another message coming through that you guys are still kind of holding on to past memories and pain, and to kind of let that go, because that will help your future spouse come in faster, and then you can create a stable life with them. But with this heartbroken card, guys, I feel like this is also kind of showing that you guys are healing from the past. You guys are healing from any past pain and trauma, and I feel like the healing from those memories in the past is still kind of happening right now. Like you guys are still trying to heal from it. I feel like there might be some lingering pain or disappointment that's happened in the past, and that little past pain, I mean, not little, sorry, I don't know why I said little, but that past pain and that past disappointment, I feel like you guys are still kind of holding on to it, and also I feel like it's still kind of shaping how you guys see love. But I feel like, heartbroken paired with the tree is also confirmation that you're in the process of healing it, and I feel like you guys are slowly turning that heartbreak into wisdom and you being resilient. Like, and by resilient, like, look at the ram. Like, that looks like someone, does this card, hold on, I have to show you guys this. Does this card show someone that looks like they're still heartbroken or just distraught and just thinking about their pain all the time? No, this person shows that this ram looks resilient, it looks confident, it looks ready to take everything on, and I feel like that is what you're stepping into. Like, I feel like you guys are coming off in this energy, so I feel like you guys are like gradually kind of coming into this energy. With this ram card, again, I'm seeing strength, I'm seeing determination, I'm seeing a lot of forward motion. I feel like you guys are ready to grab life by the horns, and I see you stepping out of your comfort zone and kind of embodying the role of like a leader, like a leader, someone very confident. And I feel like this is going to help you attract your forever person. This card tells me that what's coming next in love is not just going to be, again, like a little fling or something passive. I feel like there's bold, confident energy here. I feel like you're going to be like, yup. Like, I feel like you guys are going to know right away when, basically what's coming next in your love life is you're going to be more confident, and like, you're gonna meet someone. I feel like someone is definitely coming in and you're gonna know right away. It's gonna be a solid energy, and I feel like you guys, since you're in this kind of leadership, kind of confident role, I feel like you guys might even be taking some initiative, being more direct about what you guys want. And I feel like you guys are going to be meeting someone who embodies that kind of same energy as you, kind of determined, fiery, knows what they want. And I feel like you guys are just gonna just meet your match, I feel like you guys are not going to be holding back, and I feel like you guys are going to allow yourself to push back past all these old fears right here. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much with your reading, guys. I feel like there's so many things I want to say, so many messages coming in. So let's get to, I do kind of want to mention this card actually, now that we're talking about the ram. I feel like this card where it says balance your light and shadow sides, I feel like this is a reminder that love isn't about just being perfect or showing your best side. I feel like, for you guys, you're going to be embracing your whole self. I feel like both your strengths, your vulnerabilities, I feel like you guys are going to be a lot more open and authentic in your next relationship compared to what you have been in the past, and that's going to draw exactly the right person to you. So just continue being yourself. And I feel like those are the messages for this. So now let's get to your tarot cards. Your tarot cards look amazing. So let's start with the Temperance right over here. With the Temperance, and actually it's reminding me of the Hermit a little bit too, because both of these cards point to patience, balance, inner reflection. I feel like it's about finding peace within yourself before you guys fully step into something else. I feel like, you know, Spirit is guiding you to like take your time, you know, when this new person comes in, because I am seeing a person coming in, someone that you're going to build, you know, you're forever with, a solid person, again, not a casual thing. And I feel like, you know, when this person comes in, that you're not going to rush into it. Like you guys are going to take your time, but you're going to know that you found your soulmate. So I feel like you guys are going to be blending your energies together and not rushing into something without knowing if it's aligned or not. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you guys are going to be very picky. And with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are stepping into a very nurturing role. I feel like you guys are becoming more nurturing, grounded. You are gradually becoming someone who knows their worth and attract someone who will respect you. And I feel like you guys are attracting a lot of stability. So I feel like you guys are gradually becoming more and more, you know, like grounded, nurturing, you know your worth, you have self-respect, and you are attracting stability, and you want stability. So definitely that's what's coming. With the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, so we have two aces here, which is crazy. What I'm seeing is that there's like a double new beginning for you guys. So there's both like a passionate one with the Ace of Wands, and then there's like a practical new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. So both passionate and there's like a new beginning in both, that's both passionate and practical. So I feel like this is suggesting that a new love opportunity is on the way, like we've already kind of said. This is very exciting, and this is going to spark something in you, excite you emotionally. I feel like this is going to feel very, very real. This is going to be your best relationship yet, you know, and I feel like it's going to feel very secure to you. With the Seven of Cups, guys, which is right over here, this is reminding me a little bit about the Dream card. So I feel like, you know, you'll have a lot of options and possibilities that are coming next in your love life. But again, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, you've kind of gained this clarity, you know, like even with the Ram here, I feel like you guys kind of gained this clarity, you guys have gained this discernment, and so you will be able to kind of you know, weed out or sift out people that you kind of know right off the bat is not the person. But I feel like your person is coming. You're getting better at kind of recognizing someone who's not BSing and they're here for good reasons, you know. But yeah, I feel like you guys are gonna get better at sifting through the illusion versus reality, kind of like the green card, like the Dream card was telling us, you know. Like I think there was a message here from Spirit, you know, is this your fantasies and your dreams about your love life, is it rooted in reality, or is it just a fantasy or an illusion? So I feel like the Seven of Cups is kind of pointing to the same thing, where, you know, like for example, I think you even see a little bit of like a ghost up here, right? Do you see that ghost up there? So it basically, like, is this just in your head? Is it just a ghost? Is it just an illusion or a fantasy? Or is it rooted in physical reality? So it's crazy that this message, I feel like, is coming through twice with both of these cards here. Yeah, so that's interesting. So with the, okay, so we're gonna discuss these the cards as well, but I just want to say, if this stuff resonates, leave me a comment, pile 3. I want to hear from you. Did this part resonate? I'm kind of, you know, it's weird that that message came back twice, and I'm curious what it means, or like how you guys applied that in your life, or, but anyways, yeah, leave me a comment about that one. But yeah, guys, so with the Ten of Wands here, I feel like you guys, again, you know, we kind of saw it with the Heartbroken card and the Dream card, that you guys might be still carrying the weight of past trauma, you know, past memories, past burdens, or even pressure when it comes to expectations in love or your love life. Like maybe some of the expectations or the pressure of finding someone maybe is kind of weighing heavily on you guys. So Spirit is kind of encouraging you to kind of set these wands down, you know, set this pressure down, set these wands that you're carrying, this pressure that you're carrying down, and allow love to come in more freely. You know, try as hard as you can. I know it's easier said than done, but not to place so much pressure on yourself, to kind of move it aside and just keep going, because someone is going to come in for you guys. I'm seeing it. You know, I'm seeing a serious, grounded relationship that's going to be coming in for you guys next in your love life. So but yeah, guys, so basically just to kind of summarize what I'm seeing here, I feel like there is a new beginning that's coming, okay? And I feel like this new beginning is stable, it's grounded, it's you know, it's something long lasting. Something long lasting, like a tree that builds its roots deep into the ground. And I feel like, though, before you meet this person, there is someone coming in, someone that's going to be with you for a very long time, like your future wifey, future hubby. But before this person comes in, Spirit is saying that, you know, the universe does require you to release old heartbreak, you know, balance your inner light and shadow. And basically, you know, you'll have a lot of opportunities of suitors that do come your way, but you know, you're gaining new patience, you're gaining clarity, you're gaining this confidence, you know, to kind of discern and trust yourself, and that you will be able to choose the person that's going to fully align with their heart and values. And I think this is something that's going to last forever, is what I'm getting. So yeah, guys, so this is very interesting. This was the only pile I kind of really struggled to, you know, speak. But pile number 3, leave me a comment below if you chose this pile, and I will see you next week. Bye, y'all.